but it's like just like the first part. I don't even know like the learning courses. But like I don't know. I don't even like the videos. So,
I got you. So just a little difficulty getting started. Is that it?
yeah, I think there's like a lot going on at home, so like it just doesn't motivate me to continue it.
I understand. Yeah, that can be hard. When are you taking the LSAT?
I'm thinking maybe perhaps in June, and then if it doesn't go well, I hope to take it again in August.
Rush, you're looking to apply next cycle, so you've got a good 6 months at least until you apply. And so if June isn't it for you, you can always go for August instead. Out of curiosity, how many hours a week currently are you devoting to the LSAT?
Not much, like an hour or two. I know it's not good, but
Yeah, I mean, well, if it's an hour or two a week, you're definitely not going to be there by June. My advice for you would be to increase it slowly, just a little bit at a time. So maybe you go from an hour a week to saying, what if I did 30 minutes every day? Do you think you could do 30 minutes every day?
I think so. Yeah.
So think about that. If you did 30 minutes every day, and we'll say 6 days a week because you're taking off at least one day. So 30 minutes a day, 6 days a week, that's 3 hours a day, 3 hours a week. So you've already doubled or tripled what you were putting in. You do 30 minutes a day for a week. Then the next week you increase to 45 minutes a day. Could you do 45?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, and then from there, from 45 to an hour. So 30 minutes a day for a week, 45 minutes a day for a week, an hour a day for a week. That means that 3 weeks from now, you will have 6x what you were putting in. And you'll be on the road to success on this exam. Because really, you want to be done with the LSAT by June or August. You got to be doing at least 10, 15 hours a week minimum. So I'm looking to help you get there gradually while understanding you have a lot going on at home, and it's hard to find the time. And it's hard to view the LSAT as this big beast where it's just, there's so much to be done. That's why in the course, I have these detailed day-by-day study plans helping you break down exactly what to do every single day over the course of your prep. But they're more important for the level of specificity they contain regarding what to do than for the exact day-by-day breakdown. And so just follow them incrementally, one step at a time. I'd start there. That's the foundational section of the course.
Oh, definitely. Do that. I think it's really good. Yeah, we'll definitely try that.
Great. What other questions do you have for me?
Since like, I'm like, well, first generation, first person taking, in my family used to take the LSAT. Like, what else besides the course? Like, do you recommend another thing inside the course for me to take, or should I just like stick to this one?
Start here for now, because the foundational section with the study plan breaks it down quickly and simply. Once you've done that for a few weeks, then I would say go into the workshops section of the course, which includes full-length classes as well as on-demand videos and of those classes, and also live classes you can attend. Those are in the evenings, typically 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Eastern. You could definitely attend, but I would start with the foundational because that gives it to you simply and succinctly. And if you're just looking to get revved up for this a little bit at a time, the foundational section with the study plan is the place to be. You'll get there just one day at a time, 1 week at a time, one video at a time, one problem at a time. You'll ramp it up. It's good we're speaking now in March when you still have a good 3 to 6 months to conquer this thing. You've got plenty of time.
Um, I think that's all my questions. I don't know what to ask.
No, it's okay. I mean, this is the most important thing is just getting started and carving it out simply, step by step, incrementally. Just put in that time for a couple of weeks. You'll be up to an hour a day. Then start going to the live classes and reach out if you need anything. I know this is a long road. It's a hard journey, but you booked this call. We're meeting now. You're going to get started with 30 minutes a day and you'll build it up. But reach out if you need anything. I'm here for you.
I did see some emails about like the essay submission, and I know that ended. Right, like when is like another time where you could like submit essays?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm actually finishing up with some students now for the essays, and so within the next week or two, I'll have some slots open, and I'll email you about that if you wanted to get help and get support with getting your essays edited. Definitely. So just in a week or two, you'll hear from me about that. But in the meantime, I'd focus on the LSAT. Have you started your essays already? You got some rough drafts?
Some rough drafts, yeah. Just rough drafts. Right now I'm a junior in college, undergrad right now, so yeah. Right now I just have midterms and stuff.
Okay, cool. When do your midterms finish up?
I think by next week. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you're almost there. So definitely, I mean, the midterms can take priority because they're a short-term thing that are going to get done. But once you finish the midterms, then really look to ramp up with the LSAT and also starting to edit your essays and everything.
Do you have like, well, for me, like, well, I'm taking like something like 5 classes, but I'm also taking like an internship and then another internship. So like,
oh my God, you're busy.
Yeah. What I was gonna ask is like how do you like with everything like make time for like to work on the LSAT? Like
you make time by saying no. You make time by saying no to things that aren't your priority. And I know that's not what you want to hear. I also am someone who takes on far too much. When I was in college, I did a ton of extracurriculars and internships and things like that. It turns out that those things are actually, I hate to say it, they're not as impactful for law school admissions than is getting a top LSAT score. So you can reduce your other obligations. You can carve out time you can devote to the LSAT. I understand that you're already committed to your 5 classes. You're already committed to your internships. If there is a way that you can reduce the number of hours that you're devoting to the internships, that would be useful. But also, I mean, this can be one of those things that maybe tips you towards going for August instead. Are your internships only through the semester? So they would end in May?
Yeah, one of them is gonna end like in 2 weeks, I think, and the other one is just like in the long run. Yeah.
Okay, so when those end, do not replace with an additional internship. do not extend. Let the internship finish. Get your letter of recommendation from your supervisor or whoever managed you there. That could be great for law school admissions. Definitely nice to have. That also, those internships can create potentially good topics for admissions essays, but you want to limit the time that you devote to them because you need the time for the LSAT. So maybe what you do is one's ending in 2 weeks. Great. That'll free up some time. The other one, is that one other one going into the summer also or throughout the summer?
No, that's just like the whole like 4 years of college. So it's like, but it's like every other week. So it's not that much.
It's not that big. Okay, cool. All right. So that isn't necessarily too bad, but 5 classes plus 1 or 2 internships is a lot. So I wouldn't add on more. And I would also consider devoting the summer to LSAT prep if you can. You'll see where you are in the next couple of months, but the LSAT does take a lot of time. So I want you to be able to devote that time.
I know I listened to some of your podcasts, and so episodes, and I know that you did mention to websites for the reading part, the reading section.
Yeah.
And I did some practice on like the reading parts, and it's like I think that's the part I have some trouble with. I don't want to ask if you have any like tips on that. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Sure. I could give you some quick advice here. There's plenty more in the course, I'll say, both in the foundational section and with the full length classes. The deep dive videos in particular, I'll really go deep on analyzing a reading comp passage from every angle. A couple of pieces of advice to start with, though, are don't read for content, read for structure, meaning that you are not looking to thoroughly understand every detail in its entirety in the time you have allotted. There is just far too much information, and they are deliberately throwing at you topics that you're not likely to be comfortable with as a pre-law student. So don't get overwhelmed with those. Instead, focus on just understanding what point is the author trying to make. If they could leave us with only one central idea articulated in one sentence, what would that be? Everything else is extraneous to that. So hone in on what is the author's conclusion? What is their opinion? What is their viewpoint? And then from there, you can see, okay, well, what other viewpoints are presented potentially in contrast to the author's opinion? And then what details or supporting examples are given for each viewpoint. Not that you want to overly focus on those, but you want to note where those appear so you can go back to them when you need to solve a specific question. I would also recommend looking to minimize the note-taking that you do. A lot of students get bogged down in taking too many notes, but it takes time to write things down. It takes time to read them. It takes time to fiddle with LSAC's highlighting and underlining tools and all of that. Don't get bogged down there. Keep it light, keep it minimal.
And thank you. I also want, when I do the, when I see the videos in the bottom, it says like the, I don't know what, like the sheet that's like underneath, like the note, it does say like, go to this book or this page. I wanted to ask like, what specific books do I need to get all the books that's there, or like which one?
Oh yeah, great question. All you need are the actual LSAT exams published by LSAC. You can get those on Amazon, but I recommend strongly that you actually get them through LSAC's Law Hub, exclusively through LSAC's website, because that mirrors exactly the look and feel that you will experience on test day. So it's $99 for an entire year of access. I highly recommend getting access to that ASAP so you can get familiar with and comfortable with the tools that LSAT has there.
Yeah, I think that's all. Thank you very much, and I appreciate for meeting with me.
Of course, Abigail. My pleasure. It was great to meet with you, and let me know if you need anything at all going forward. I'm happy to help.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them, and feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.